Hola, my name is Ricardo and I live on the beautiful island of Madeira. I have a little vegetable garden. It's an urban garden where we grow our vegetables which we consume here at home in the family. I don't know if you've been following my videos recently, but I've just harvested my onions. I put them out to dry on a tarpaulin for a few days and then I transferred them onto a makeshift rack which we use from our garden benches. It worked very well. It was a remedial thing, but I think I'm going to do this again. And now we're approaching the end of the curing process of the onions, and I want to show you what are the final steps before we put them away for long-term storage. So without further ado, let's move on to the next stage. So my onions have been cured, they've dried, and I've got them organized in different packets by size. So let me tell you what I've got here. We've got 11 kilos 65 in total of the weight of the onions. We've given some away already, but what's here left is 11 kilos 65, which is more than enough for us. So in one bag I've got all the larger onions, and as I showed you earlier in the earlier video, the onion is now completely dry. The skin feels like paper, it's thin like paper, and it's been cut off about an inch, about an inch off the onion. This is important, it has to be completely dry because it stops bacteria and bugs from getting into the onion and making it rotten. So it's now safe, it's ready to be stored for the long term. So the other one is a medium-sized bag. Again, same kind of thing. Onion in the same kind of paper condition. The roots have been cut off. Again, same distance in terms of the cut that we do for the leaves. And then lastly, I have a bag with smaller onions. These are great to do a stew. Just put a whole bunch of them in the stew. Same mechanism. The next bin is reasonably long, no roots. It's dry, feels like paper, and it's ready to be stored in the long term. Okay, so when curing the onions and sorting them out, I came across some onions that were not exactly 100% dry. You can tell because it's slightly green in the neck still, even though everything else feels right. This one feels like a nice ready onion, but I can tell it's slightly green. It's not so hard. So those onions are the first ones for us to use. In this bag does immediately become available to the kitchen, and we'll use this for as long as it lasts. And then when we need the other onions, we'll take it from the other bags where they are going to be in a long-term, cool, dry, dark storage place. Okay, I wanted to talk about these two onions over here, these two groups. These are the larger onions that came out of the other vegetable bed. These are still have some green in them, so they're not entirely cured, but they're starting to look very, very nice. Here's the other bunch. It's about 1.50 kilo of onions here. So these are going to get hung some more so that they can get cured some more. And then when they are completely cured, we will use these for the kitchen as well. So I think that concludes the process. If you look at all the videos together, the harvest of the onions, the place I found to dry them, the rack, and then if you look at these, the concluding process, this is all that is involved in curing them. So now they get stored and hung in a place that is dry. It's like a cellar, it's dark, it's dry, and it's cool. Okay, so this concludes the curing process that I do. If you look at the other videos that I've put together, the harvesting video, the drying video, the one that I had, it's a short about drying them on the rack. And with this one, with this process here, it kind of concludes the whole curing process that I do. It's quite simple. The complicated thing is just, getting them dried in a dry place. We've had some rain, but we got around that. The onions are dry, ready to go. And that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed it, learned something. And if you did, click the like button, click subscribe, and click the bell button so that you can get reminded every time a new video comes out. Cheerio.